Hello everyone, this is Joseph Lucier here for our weekly Tongren session. Welcome, and for new people, let me introduce myself. I am Joseph Lucier here with our weekly Tongren session, which is a distance healing session. And we will be offering each person their own kind of mini session booster and a really good session. It's good to get a lot of these to build healing momentum. So what we want to do is get everybody up on Instagram as well. And we are ready to go there too. So if you look on Facebook, Anusar Wellness, or Instagram, Anusar Wellness, or on the website, on the weekly Tongren session, you can put in your own request. So that's what we want to do right now. We're going to begin right away. So welcome everyone for joining us and staying connected as we do. So we have our first request. Tap on right kidney, 2 millimeter kidney stone. Stone killer, stone breaker, herbs would be the way to go for that. Definitely you want to focus on that. Those are herbs that really work. Stone breaker. I forget the actual name of that specific classic herb for kidney stones, but we will do it now from a Tongren perspective and begin. Oh, that was not the first request. Okay, we'll do it anyway. As well as arthritis, insomnia, infection, and red eye. And you're welcome very much. So let's work on blood flow to the brain, and we'll wave to the people on Instagram. And we'll look to see if anybody's shown up on, yes, Rachel Jones. Many are living with stress from problems of everyday life, terrible rhetoric from so-called leaders, and dire international war. Please tap for a sense of personal strength. Thank you, Rachel. Absolutely. So hopefully this summer we'll be able to redo our global healing session. We will do from an immersion process inside of a very intense global biophoton space, not far from here. We have biophotons. You can see to the right, that's the right, to the left, that's the left. Yes, that is correct. So let's go back to our specific request. We are very specific in what we do. Blood flow to the brain, we do a 3-part process that we teach. We're actually having a workshop this Saturday for people that want to learn. If people are into dowsing, I will be speaking at the dowsing convention at 8:30. Blood flow to the brain command points. This is to initialize, to kind of reboot the system for everyone, and especially for interesting newbie, for arthritis, T1 to T8. So everyone sit with your feet flat on the floor, palms face up. And receive the healing energy. Infection in right eye, T1 to T8. Also, I would put a little bit of castor oil on my eyelids at night to draw out that infection. There's also Similacin eye drops for eye stuff. Internally, you can take oregano oil or counterattack, which is very good. So for counterattack, blood flow, nerve flow to the spine. Ouch point for the right eye. Augustina in the collective, absolutely. Augustina, you will be always in our sessions. Right eye infection, so C3 for the eye ouch point, and blood flow to the eye with facial artery and occipital artery. And yes, I did hear from Catherine and Esther, and you'll be certainly included in our session tonight. And grounding for liver 3 and kidney 1 for interesting newbie. And next we have Happy Mama, and we have Laura and Catherine. Blood flow to the brain. We achieve for perfect blood, lymph, strong immune system. And next we will be working with Augustina. Command points of the brain. Command points of the brain stem. So that's kind of our initialization of the nervous system, the endocrine system. Okay. Perfect blood, bone marrow, T1. Lymph, T3. Strong immune system, T1 to T8. But also T7, the spleen, which is the largest lymph node of the body. And while we're on the brain stem area, the medulla, cardiovascular, and eyes for Catherine. Red light therapy is very beneficial for the eyes, cardiovascular, medulla as well. Okay, and let me just check to see what else we got going on. And we are on track. Inflammation, perfect blood, which we will also do an extra routine for the craniosacral fluid. And for Laura, C3, 4, and 5. C1 and 2 and GB13 right side, free mind, and of course the in tongue as well, third eye. And again, the medulla, GV17 for Catherine. Swelling, so let's work on the kidneys, L2. There's a woman, that's her thing. She is a lymph expert. If you email me, I'll send you the contact information. She has some videos. You can consult with her, but for sure the rebounder would be one idea. Massaging castor oil into the legs is another idea. And using a castor oil pack on the kidneys. Okay, then grounding. And the ouch point for the legs, spleen, kidneys, and legs for the swelling in both legs. Okay, P Fun Fitness. Okay. Next, we work with Esther and Augustina. So blood flow to the brain. Command points to the brain. Command points to the brain stem. And Esther, did you decide to take the bladder strength? Were there any contraindications for the prescriptions? And let's work on neuropathy, brachial plexus, lumbosacral plexus. But before we do that, Augustina, 3 blood supplies for the brain, carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery on both sides. GV17 for the brainstem, GV17, BL9 itself. T1 to T8 for Augustina and Esther, anti-inflammation. And for Esther, joint pain, anti-inflammation, T1 to T8. Joint pain, bladder, and bruising in the skin. Is that because of the bone marrow or the blood, platelets? bladder, S1 to 5. T1 for the bones and bruising. And also for the bladder, CV4, lower dantian area. Stomach 36 and spleen 6. Again, spleen to support the bladder. Liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay. And let's check our social media friends. Hello, Linda. I just began, and I was just looking for emails from you. Yeah. So I will give you a call when I'm finished. Okay, and again, let's tap for the Tong third area. For the world, problems of everyday life, terrible rhetoric from so-called leaders, and so on. And David Cubera, you are next. Intracranial pressure, so blood flow to the brain, 3 blood supplies. Carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. Balance and coordinations, GV17. And let's do some more occipital area for the intracranial pressure. And while we're here, we can also have that as well as Momashari. We'll do a cranial sacral workup, and this will also be good for intracranial pressure and the bones for Momashari. So, Crystal Palace. Cataplexy. I'm not familiar with that term. If you could give me an explanation, Mary. Is your daughter a mouth breather or nose breather? And for all of you folks on Instagram, let me know if things are still working. Looks like it corrected itself. And David, let's work some more. Like I say, the cranial sacral fluid down to the bone marrow, T1, and then S1 to S5 for the cranial sacral fluid, which is a nourishment for the brain. S1 to 5, T1 to 4. Loss of muscle tone with emotions. So some emotions cause loss of muscle tone. That's really interesting. And what is the cause of the emotion imbalance? Okay, so we've done the cranial sacral fluid for David Kubera, Mumashari, all bone marrow issues and inflammation. So let's work with your daughter. What's your daughter's name? Yep, narcolepsy, which is falling asleep, uncontrollable. One of the things I would recommend, it sounds like a hormone possibility, watch the sunlight every morning, not necessarily directly into it, just around sunrise. Have your daughter look at that in the morning. Then at night, make sure she's sleeping in total darkness, no devices, and no computers or phones in the room, ideally, and totally dark when she sleeps, and go to bed early to reset the circadian rhythm of the entire body. Michaela, nice. Thank you for giving me her name. Blood flows to the brain for Michaela. So are things better, worse, no change, everyone? Let me know how you're doing. Danke, Auf Wiedersehen, Apple Strudel. Command points of the brain. So if she could focus on being more of a nasal breather, she could focus on establishing her circadian rhythms better. These are things she can do, especially mouth breathing, transforming to a nasal breather. How old is Michaela? So in-tongue, third eye, pineal gland for the narcolepsy. 17. Circadian biology, reset the hormones, endocrine. At sunrise, reset the hormones for the night shift with darkness at nighttime. And grounding. Good to see you. So for collected creation, not sure what your name is, collected creation and outgoing individual. So let's do it. Blood flow to the brain. ALS, weakness in your left leg and left drop foot. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points for ALS. Right side of the brain for left leg and left drop foot. Blood flow, nerve flow. Q1 to T8. for detox, for mold, smoke, and aluminum. The best thing for aluminum poisoning is silica. Take silica liquid or silica supplements. Compromised liver, T1 to T8 for ALS, TV17 for ALS. So how you guys doing on Instagram? Didn't quite center it, but that's okay. There we are. Brachial lumbosacral plexus for the left leg, left foot. Also, microbiome, because a lot of the problems with ALS Parkinson's is a migration of special proteins to the brain. And hello, Joanna. Welcome to the group. And let's work on T3 for the lungs and no smoke. Lung 1, lung 2 for the smoke as well. Sinus and lungs, C3 for the sinuses, C3 and 4, T3 for the lungs, T1 to T8 for lung infections, T9 for the liver, and L2 for the kidneys. Profound fatigue, the liver, the adrenals, and groundings, liver 3 and kidney 1. How's everybody doing? Wandering Pioneer. Who is that? So let's work on Great Self and Wandering Pioneer. Blood flow to the brain. Ouch point for the eyes, seasonal allergies, T1 to T8. TV17. Brain command points, brainstem command points, blood flow, nerve flow to the spine. Let's see what people are saying. Wandering Pioneer, who is that? Hello, Leonard. Okay. Let's go right to it. L3 for the PSA. And Mari, good to see you. T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. And L3 PSA. TV17 for circulation. Lumbar plexus for the legs. And down the legs. Circulation in the legs, especially bladder, meridian. That is connected to the brain as well. Okay, grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And we will tap for vertigo. Okay. Look at the sunrise. Why? Because at nighttime, our bodies are in melatonin mode. Night shift. At sunrise, our bodies need to shift properly to cortisol mode and activate the endocrine system. So if this person is falling asleep because maybe the endocrine system or the sleep signals from light and dark are mixed. In addition to that, the breathing can also affect that. So I would recommend resistance breathing or sleep tape at night. So blood flow to the brain, growth hormone for muscle tone, GB13 right side for emotions for Michaela. And Darnell Burrows. Dorothy, we don't want to miss C3 for the eyes, macular degeneration, both eyes, cataracts, the ouch point. Don't forget the book, The Cataract Cure, which I have right here. They also have a product, NAC, very simple NAC stuff, which is used for the lungs during COVID. For the eyes, it's an antioxidant. I think it's a precursor to glutathione. GB13 for emotions, GB20 for the muscle tone, and the nerve support for the muscles, brachial plexus for the arms, lumbosacral plexus for the legs. But C3 for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes, blood flow to the eyes, facial artery both sides for Dorothy. More ouch points for the eyes. And you're welcome, Tony and Mary. So let's continue. Mari is next. Please tap on right kidney, 2 millimeter kidney stone. For Incredible Legend, we did that one. Next is Mari. But we'll work on the kidneys again. Blood flow to the brain. Behind forehead, C4 to 7. Sorry to hear about the headaches. C4 to C7 lesions. So for acid reflux, you can take in the morning apple cider vinegar or eat an apple, which will help. Ouch point, GB13 left side, right side for Mari. Blood flow to the brain, 3 blood supplies, carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. All the way down from Mari, T1 to T8. Occipital area and GB17. GB20 for the headache points. And GB13, left side, right side for Mari. Thanks for joining. GB17 also for Linda for vertigo. So occipital arteries, GB17 for the vertigo. Cervical and occipital ridge for Lynn. T1 to T12, L1 to L5, inflammation T1 to T8. Cervical occipital ridge. CV17 for the breastbone area. Yep, grounding. Stomach 36, spleen 6. Liver 3 and kidney 1 for Lynn. Some more CV17 for the breastbone area. Stomach 36, spleen 6, liver 3 and kidney 1. and grounding. Level 3. How's everybody doing? And there's Joanna. Yes, everyone should look up circadian biology. It's a way to reset your endocrine system, even lose weight, improve your sleep. Dowsing Convention is Saturday. Look up the Dowsing Convention in Marlborough, Massachusetts. You can join as a member to the events. I'll be speaking at 8:45. I think those are free. I think at 8:30 I'm speaking. But it's a big dowsing event if you're interested. So let's go blood flow to the brain. And how you doing, Mari? Command points to the brain, command point to the brain stem. Blood flow, nerve flow to the spine, focusing on the aorta, T7, T8, pancreas, T3 for the lungs. And blood flow, nerve flow to the lower body, T7, T8, pancreas. So for cancers, SEACT from my website, and also oxygen therapy. So the phrenic nerve and CV17, the diaphragm. Lung 1, lung 2, and T8, again pancreas. T1 to T8 for Joanna, for your daughter, for allergic reaction. Short-term memory. Sky window, CV 2, 3, 4 in sky window area. Aortic valve and chemo and radiation T1 to T8. Great local and short-term memory, sky window, three blood supplies to the brain, carotid artery, vertebral artery, occipital artery, and GB13. Okay, so let's work on bone-on-bone arthritis and hip for incredible specimen. And we have offerings of condolences for my mom who passed away 2 weeks ago. at 98. She liked Tongren. Blood flow, nerve flow to the T7, T1 to T8 for arthritis. On the right hip, I see it now. T7, blood flow, nerve flow, and hips. T, L, 2, 3, and 4. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And let's see who's on the, yep. Not free, daily charge. So you'd have to pay to join. Yes, so the Dowsing Convention, Linda Clave and myself will be giving the talk. I think the smart one will be Linda. I will be her assistant. Mostly, our dowsing topic is basically integrating dowsing as basically a testing tool, a confirmation and testing tool, along with Tongren, which will be the therapeutic application tool. So I think we'll be able to do that. Okay. So check out the Dowsing Convention in Marlborough, Massachusetts tomorrow. Saturday. Okay, let's work on carpal tunnel for Michael. That's really good with body work, Chinese medicine. Pete for straightening the spine. Number 1, yoga. Number 2, an herbal supplement that really does straighten the spine. It's called Back Muscle and Joint. I've used it myself. Blood flow to the brain. Command points of the brain. Aligning the spine. Blood flow, nerve flow, T1 to T12. So, brachial plexus to the wrists and the carpal area. And the ouch point of the carpals, I'm presuming it's both sides. And grounding, aligning the spine. So yoga, twists, ribs near the spine, especially T5 to T7. Tinnitus, C3, C4, hormone DHT and left piriformis, that's sciatic, very specific point, GB39. Some good yoga and inversion table, sounds like it'd be good for you, Pete. Hang upside down. GB39, left side for the piriformis. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Headache is almost gone and you're so relaxed. Mari, you're awesome. Okay, let's take a quick look on the Instagram planet. Yes, Linda and myself will do an audience presentation. Linda is on the call right now. I will tell her you say hi, but she is right above you. If you look up, Catherine, just take a look straight up like this. You will see that she's right above you. Linda is right there. So take a look up. And let's continue on. So tap for sugar and salt cravings. So you need to eat nutrients. Usually cravings are mineral deficiencies. Oftentimes vanadiums, electrolytes. So it would be important to, things like chlorella are very common to use for these cravings. Spirulina, wheatgrass. Better sleep quality, sunrise, sunlight in the morning. Total black darkness, go to bed early at night. Blood flow to the brain, cravings. So we have our reptilian brain, the limbic system, and the prefrontal cortex. So let's work a little bit on the limbic system. GB789 for cravings. So for black mold detoxing internally, clay. So I would do clay baths with charcoal. That would be my first recommendation. I would also take tinctures of things like zeolite. That's another option. You want binders and alkalinity. In Tong, third eye for sleep quality. And we worked on cravings, Gracie. T7 for sleep as well. T1 to T8 for mold detoxing, black mold detoxing. T9 for liver detoxing as well. The other thing that you can do is castor oil packs on the liver. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Thank you for your kind words on Instagram, Linda. This say losing your mom is the most difficult thing. It really, you plan for it, think about it, but it's really the hardest separation, especially if you're close to your mom. But all good. So Ferris, we work for your mom. Please tap for your mom, glaucoma, so blood flow to the brain. So caring creature, Leonard, yep. Blood flow to the brain. For Ferris for your mom, glaucoma, C3, C4, GV17. And for detoxing the black mold, for sure, T9 liver, T4 for the skin, 2 main detox organs, and to remove the toxins, T7 the spleen, through the lymph drainage. And we'll do a lymph tune-up for you. Constipation for Ferris, lumbosacral plexus, T4, T5, S1, S2. Swollen legs, kidneys, ouch point for the legs all the way down. Bladder 54, really good for releasing. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So next we work on chronic insomnia. And welcome Arlene, Carol, speak truth, your soul needs it. Yes. And we will work on you next, Carol. But for now, let's work with chronic insomnia, blood flow to the brain. So these things can be corrected. We have an expert with us who knows more about circadian rhythms than I do. But in the morning, watch the sunrise, sunlight. Avoid EMF devices as much as possible. When you go to bed, make sure you're in a very black, dark space. And you go to bed early. Keep away from electronic equipment. So let's work on the blood flow to the brain. So let's work on the pineal gland to be able to make that switch in a couple hours for all of us. In-tongue area for chronic insomnia, also T7. Blood flow, nerve flow, T7. And for everyone, we'll do a lymph tune-up. Is everybody ready? Buckle up. Up, systemic candida. Let's do that. We forgot about that. Blood flow to the brain for Arlene. Systemic candida, fermented foods, big time. Lots of fiber, insoluble fiber in your diet. like root vegetables, chicory, daikon, those types of things. So blood flow, nerve flow for the spine, the candida. So T11, T12, L4, L5. And Catherine, you getting dizzy? In a good way or a bad way? It doesn't sound good. GV17 for Catherine, getting dizzy. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1 for Catherine. T11, T12, L4, L5 for systemic candida. And then grounding. Grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So we'll send chi to everybody's mom, everybody's dad, everybody's family. Blessings to everyone. Sending chi, charging the battery, the lower dantian. And we are finishing up Qigong for everyone after doing the tapping. Okay. Welcome, Joanna. Everyone, charge the battery, save the world. Sunrise, sunlight, morning charge. And we will do a 342 hertz, by the way, healing, clearing tone. Okay, thank you everyone. See you next week. Adieu, merci, danke, apple strudel. Oh, getting dizzy, looking up. I get it. Yep, you gotta look really hard. She's right above you. Boom, I can see it. I wonder if I can move you guys around. Okay, have a great day. Blessings to all of you. Be kind to one another. Thank you for joining, continuing to strengthen our community by being here every week. It really makes a big difference for all of us. We are all connected and we all help each other. And our strength is also a powerful engine for world peace as well. Thank you very much and have a great day.